He lost his mind for years, not because of fate, but because of a neighbor's envy. This is how a forgotten boy came back stronger than everyone who tried to break him. Efe and Kola grew up on the same dusty street, two boys whose dreams were as different as day and night. Efe wanted to stand tall in a soldier's uniform, protecting people and making the world safer. Kola dreamed of fast money, easy routes, and shortcuts, dreams planted by the world he watched around him. Their mothers were also different. Mama Efe worked hard at the market, selling vegetables from morning till night. Mama Kola was quiet, always watching people with eyes that carried secrets no one could explain. Efe and Kola were close at first. They played with sticks as pretend guns and laughed as they chased chickens around the compound. But as they grew older, their paths slowly began to change. Kola started staying out late, returning home with stories he never explained well. Efe spent his evenings reading old army magazines he picked from neighbors and listening to bedtime stories from his mother about bravery and discipline. One afternoon, Kola told Efe, "Being a soldier is too hard. Why suffer when there are easier ways to make money?" Efe smiled. "I want a life I can be proud of, not one that hides in fear." Those words created a silent war between them. Mama Kola overheard their conversation from the corridor. She frowned deeply. Efe's determination irritated her. She wanted her son to rise quickly, but she believed Efe stood in Kola's way. She felt Efe influenced Kola too much and kept him from real success. One night, she whispered words she believed would weaken Efe's spirit. From that day onward, Efe's life changed. He began to forget things easily. He wandered off without knowing where he was going. Sometimes he woke up in places he didn't recognize. People started calling him strange. His dreams of becoming a soldier started slipping through his fingers like water. Kola noticed but said nothing. Deep down, he knew what his mother had done, but fear kept him silent. He continued down his own path, joining a group of boys who believed that quick wealth was more important than dignity. Years passed. Efe became a wanderer. He walked from town to town, confused, lost, and rejected. Mama Efe cried every night, praying for her son to return in one piece. She never gave up hope. One morning, Efe found himself in a quiet village. He saw an elderly man sitting under a tree, watching people pass by. Something in the man's calm presence pulled Efe closer. He didn't understand why, but he sat beside him. The old man turned and smiled. "Your heart is loud," he said softly. "Your body is here, but your spirit is far." Efe's voice shook. "I don't know who I am anymore. I don't know where I belong." The old man placed a hand on his shoulder. "You are not lost. Something tied your spirit, but whatever tied you can still be broken." It took months, but under the old man's guidance, Efe slowly regained his mind. Some days were difficult, some nights he cried, but the chains around his life began to loosen. One evening, after a long session of reflection and healing, the old man said, "Your dream is still waiting. Go home." Efe returned to his village looking like a shadow of his old self, but this time with clarity in his eyes. Mama Efe collapsed into his arms and cried for a long time. Her son was finally back. Kola, now deep into a dangerous lifestyle, heard that Efe had returned. Jealousy rose in him. He had everything Efe didn't, yet he felt empty. His mother was uncomfortable too, afraid that Efe's restoration would influence Kola again. But one night, everything changed. Kola's group got involved in a risky operation that went terribly wrong. They scattered in fear, running from trouble that could easily destroy their lives. Kola hid behind a broken wall, shaking and crying. For the first time, he wished he had listened to Efe. Efe heard the whispers in the village and went searching for him. He found Kola trembling, wounded, and confused. Kola whispered, "Efe, I'm finished. I made all the wrong choices." Efe knelt beside him. "You're not finished. You only need to choose a different path now." Kola cried like a child. "You still want to help me after everything?" "Yes," Efe replied gently. "We grew up together, and your life still has value." Efe helped him get medical care and encouraged him to speak to the authorities, guiding him towards rehabilitation. It was a long road, but Kola slowly began to change, leaving the shadows behind. Mama Kola watched everything unfold. Shame filled her heart. One evening she approached Mama Efe with tears streaming down her face. "I wronged your son," she confessed. "My envy destroyed him. Please forgive me." Mama Efe looked at her for a long moment before speaking. Every mother wants the best for her child, but harming another person's child brings sorrow. You have seen it now. Mama Kola knelt in front of her, crying harder. "I'm sorry." Mama Efe helped her up. "Let's do better for our boys." Years later, Efe fulfilled his dream and joined the military. His discipline, courage, and resilience made him respected wherever he went. He became a symbol of strength, not because life was easy, but because he rose above everything sent to break him. Kola chose a different path, mentoring young boys who were tempted by shortcuts. He used his past to teach them that there is no glory in crime, only regret. The two childhood friends found peace again, their lives forever intertwined by pain, forgiveness, and second chances. Efe stood in his uniform one bright morning, looking over the neighborhood they grew up in. Beside him, Kola smiled. "Efe," Kola said softly, "you became everything I admired." "And you," Efe replied, "became everything you were meant to be." Their dreams were different, but their destinies taught them the same lesson. No matter how far life pushes you away from your path, strength, faith, and forgiveness can bring you home.